Everyone who logs into Hearthstone owns a copy of C'thun, but crafting a deck that competitively utilizes the old god has proven to be challenging. C'thun decks are effective with archetypes and classes that can drag out the game, while providing cheap and efficient removal so C'thun and its minions can lead the entire match. Warrior fits these requirements perfectly, and crafty deck builders have tuned a list that is sure to take the ladder by storm. Part of Blizzard's design philosophy for the Whispers of the Old God set was for each and every player to have the ability to craft a C'thun deck. Because of this, C'thun decks tend to be very straightforward, and C'thun Warrrior is no different. The deck seeks to play efficient C'thun minions, utilize cheap card draw and removal, while waiting for the perfect opportunity to drop the Old God. The primary C'thun buffing minions in this deck are 2 Disciples of C'thun and 2 C'thun's Chosen. These minions often trade 2 for 1, which guarantees value both when you play them and for when you seek to play your C'thun dependent cards. Twin Emperor Veclor and Ancient Shieldbearer offer tremendous benefits if your C'thun is buffed 2 or above 10 attack. And gaining 20 armor or summoning triplets with Bram Bronzebeard can close out games by themselves. Since C'thun Warrrior naturally runs into the late game, the deck includes an Elise Starseeker and a Justicar Trueheart to whittle down your opponents and vastly improve your performance during fatigue. The game typically ends when the warrior drops its massive C'thun, either clearing the board or simply killing your opponent, but another win condition is simply outvaluing your opponent with powerful minions and removal. Ravaging Ghoul and Acolyte of Pain help mitigate aggressive minions and allow you to draw into efficient answers, while having 2 Brawls ensures that the opponent never has complete control of the board. While the C'thun Warrrior minimizes risk by including many different answers, additional tweaks may be required. Many times, Zoo and Warlock Shaman decks win by overrunning the board, and 2 Brawls is often slightly not enough to ensure a comfortable win. Countering these board-heavy decks by swapping a Gorehowl with a Doomsayer minimizes the risk of losing board control early, and either forces your opponent to deal 7 damage to it, or lose their board and their initiative. If control matchups dominate the latter, a shield block can lose you the game, where matches often move into fatigue. Including a Ragnaros the Firelord can provide you with a massive board control, or push a little extra damage to your opponent's face, so C'thun can save the day. As with most warrior decks, C'thun Warrrior looks for the fiery War Axe. However, keep an eye out for Beckoner of Evil and other early game minions. Against aggro decks, look for a Disciple of C'thun or a Ravaging Ghoul. Against control decks, keep Elise Starseeker, C'thun's Chosen, and against other warriors, Justicar Trueheart. This deck may seem straightforward to play, but C'thun decks are not to be trifled with. The longer a game goes on, the more likely C'thun Warrrior is to win. Keep C'thun in your heart and in your deck list, and you will be rewarded with victory. Shaman has been historically looked down upon as one of the weakest classes in competitive play. Hardcore fans of Shaman have been clamoring for higher quality class